Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, my yard sale. I'm David. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, so I have a couple of things that I want to talk about today. Um, just some general information, and then I'll talk a little bit about my health, and um, and yeah, that's about it. So first off, I didn't know that Big Brother had come back on. I've watched Big Brother for since it started. I don't even remember what year it started, but I've watched Big Brother every year, 3 times a week for years. And I got to tell you that I've now I'm now experiencing Big Brother in a different way that's so much more satisfying and better. I like that Big Brother comes on 3 times a week and there's three full, what is it, 3 hours of Big Brother. I actually enjoy it. I like the competitiveness. I just enjoy watching it. The thing that I hate is not the commercials, but I hate that I have to watch the show and then wait 3 days for the next show and then wait 3 days for the next show. So I have Paramount Plus, and I was happy to find out while I was scanning for some baseball games that I think this last year, maybe this last spring, I don't know exactly even when it started, but Big Brother had started again. And if you guys watch Big Brother and you watch it on TV, I gotta tell you that watching it on Paramount Plus and being able to just watch them one after another, even though there are commercials on Paramount Plus, you can watch the shows one after another without having to wait till the next day, wait for, whatever reason that they can't publish it the next day. I mean, I've watched almost the entire season in a week, and I'm actually enjoying the show again. I was getting really sick and tired of the show for a long time. But yeah, so now I'm watching Big Brother again, and I'm really happy about that. I'll never watch Big Brother again um, while it airs. I'll always wait for the entire season to download, and then I'll just watch the entire season. A couple times a day. I watch two shows a day instead of waiting an entire week for 2 shows or 3 shows. I can watch 3 shows in a couple of hours, and I actually enjoy it again. So I'm pretty happy about that. So now this last week, I actually gained 4 pounds. I have this smart scale that connects to my phone and connects to Apple Health, and I have an app that's on my phone that it connects to. I was actually kind of shocked to see that I had gained so much weight so quickly. It was within a week. I was up 4 pounds. And then I weighed myself yesterday and I was down 3.5 pounds. And it didn't make sense because when I gained all the weight, I didn't see it. Like I didn't see like muscles, slowly growing or I didn't see it. I didn't see the weight of my face. I didn't see any weight. And I think I actually figured out what it is. And any of you guys that know more about this, do me a favor. Leave a note down below. I'm happy to hear. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So my smart scale somehow, and I don't know what kind of voodoo magic it uses, but it can tell how much protein and water I have in my cells, with the charge that it runs through my system. And my I'll actually link my review on my scale where I don't know where it shows up, if it's over here or maybe it's over here, I don't know, but I'll link my review of that scale. But so now this scale actually shows me my body mass, my fat mass, my viscous fat mass, so I know how much fat is around my kidneys and my organs because this scale somehow knows it. But so the scale was showing that my weight was obviously up 4 pounds, like I just said, but it didn't make sense because the fat wasn't up, the muscle mass wasn't up, but I did see that I was very high in protein and very high in water. And what I think happened was I shopped a bunch of stuff last week and I didn't get a ton of garbage, but I got enough garbage that my water weight, I must have like eaten enough that it put a lot of water in my system. And I think I gained 4 pounds of water weight, is what I think happened. And then as I stopped eating all that crap, because I was kind of done with it, I didn't buy like 2 weeks of garbage. I didn't even buy like a full week of garbage. I just bought a couple snacks here and there, and I'm somehow having enough sense to not, fill up on all the garbage. So I stopped eating it mostly, and I almost immediately lost, I don't know, 3.5 pounds. So I do have a little bit of weight that I've gained, which I'm excited about that. I was happy to share that. But I actually lost a bunch of weight within a matter of a couple days. I think, like I said again, I think it's the water weight. And I'll know for sure in the next couple of days because my scale will actually show that my body, the water in my body is maybe more normal instead of high. Like my scale says that I'm very high in protein and I'm very high in water. And again, I think the water is just water from the carbs and the sugars that I ate. So I'm not happy to say that I gained 4 pounds and lost probably 3.5 pounds almost within a day or two. But I'm happy that I'm starting to gain some weight. I am starting to get I'm starting to feel a little bit stronger. I'm starting to feel the muscle in my body, which again my scale says that the muscle in my body is growing. Like percentage wise of my body mass, the muscle in my body is growing. The bone mass in my body is growing. It's getting heavier, which is all positive things, I think. Um, but with all this growth and just whatever mass, the it's it doesn't necessarily mean that I feel stronger. Like I'm able to work out a little bit better now. I can do curls and I can use a 10-pound weight again, and it makes sense. And I actually feel like I'm getting a workout. But boy, I'll tell you what, I got to be really careful because I get weak pretty quickly. Like my body is not in it for the endurance at this point. I can lift weights, but when I'm done lifting weights, I need to be done and I need to like rest and which is not how I'm used to living my life before, but now I'm having to do that. So I am feeling stronger, but I definitely weaken pretty quickly, and and I can feel it coming. Like I can feel myself getting weaker and knowing that I have to go sit down and chill out a little bit. So I'm happy about that. But I do feel like the exercise that I'm doing is starting to work. I'm definitely starting to put a little bit more muscle mass on. Like I think my body is finally becoming more insulin sensitive, and I'm starting to actually build a little bit of muscle in my body finally after so many years of not being able to build any muscle at all. I'm kind of happy about this. So like I said, my scale can measure how much protein and water is in my cells, and it's saying that I'm very high on protein. So I'm actually slowing down on protein. I'm not cutting off protein. Like I know I need so much protein a day, but I'm definitely not trying to overeat protein to like gain weight or gain strength. I'm trying to eat what my body needs in protein only. I'm not trying to get too much extra protein, at least until my scale says that I'm average or on track to like having enough protein. Then I'll start worrying about protein again. But for now, I'm just focused on eating, I don't know, 30 grams of protein, which would include maybe a protein shake, which 30 grams is the entire 30 grams is one protein shake. Maybe I'll eat a protein shake. Maybe I'll just eat some hot dogs and some ham or some turkey. Maybe that I'll just eat my protein instead of drinking in a shake. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, next week. Next week I'll probably have a little bit more information on this. So yeah, I'm definitely slowing my focus on protein. I feel like I'm good for protein. I'm definitely slowing down on carbs and any other garbage that I was eating that might be just adding water weight to my body. But I'm mainly just focused on eating. At this point, I'm eating hot dogs, ham, and I do eat a protein shake because I want to make sure I'm keeping up enough protein so that when I'm working out, I have enough, protein to build muscle where I need to. So I want to talk about this new app that I found. It's called Easy Fast, and I've tested a bunch of these fasting apps out, and they all look good, but I'm going to be honest, most of them, you download it and then you check it out, and then they end up having the meat of the actual app behind a paywall, and you have to buy it to actually utilize it. But that's not the case with this app that I'm getting ready to tell you about. So I've been doing a lot of fasting, and I do either 24-hour fasting, like I got pretty regularly used to eating at 6 o'clock, either 6 o'clock at night or even 6 o'clock in the morning, and then not eating for 12 hours or even 24 hours. Like 6 o'clock was the time when I would usually eat. But the more that I started feeling like I needed to eat more, like that didn't really work. I couldn't just eat only at 6 o'clock. And I needed something that I could track fasting with, because I do feel like I still need to fast, especially for autophagy, because I feel like I have a lot of parts of my body that need to be recycled and redone, I think. So this Easy Fast app, the reason why I like it is at least it hasn't charged or tried to charge me yet, but I use it on my phone, and it's on my watch too, which is really cool, because then if I'm sitting here eating, I can start a fast or stop a fast right on my watch, which is nice. And the thing that I like the most about this app, besides the fact that they aren't trying to charge me for stuff that I don't need or use, it seems free. And if you guys use the app and you get charged, do me a favor, leave it below, because I'm curious to know. Here I am talking nice about this app, and if they end up start charging for stuff that I'm not aware of, I want to make sure that people know. But this app, actually, the thing that I like about it is they have like a whole bunch of easier fasts or beginner's fasts, intermediate fasts, or advanced fasts. Like in a beginner's app would be, or beginner's fast would be fasting for 12 hours or fasting for 4 hours. Intermediate app would be fasting for 24 hours. I don't remember exactly what the different fasting schedules are, but they have a whole bunch of them that you can choose from that are from beginners to intermediate to advanced. And they also have one where the one that I use is where I just start the fast when I start fasting, and I end the fast when I start eating again. And it keeps track of it in the app, on my phone. It keeps track of the fasts. And if I decide I want to fast for 12 hours, 24 hours, or 36 hours, or even 72 hours, I can set that. And as I'm going through the fast of my time frame, like even though I fasted for, 8 hours yesterday, as the 8 hours was going through, it actually tells me, like in 2 hours, it says, oh, your body's burning through the rest of the sugars in your system. And then after 4 hours, it says, oh, your body's going through this. 6 hours, 8 hours, and then different schedules, even out to 48 hours. It'll say, after 36 hours, oh, your body's like fully entered autophagy. And then after 72 hours, it says, your body is like rebuilding whatever it rebuilds. So this app actually gives you purpose to be in a fast. It tells you what's happening during the fast, and then it tells you what will happen if you continue the fast, which I like. I know for the most part what I'm trying to accomplish and what's happening, but it's nice to have it on the app while I'm doing it, because if I'm about ready to eat something and I look at my phone and it says, oh, you're about to hit this marker and this is going to probably happen, I may just push my fast out like another, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. But it's just nice that it's all in the app. And like I said, it hasn't asked me to pay for anything yet. There's no paywall, at least that I can tell. And I use it both on my phone and I use it on my watch, which I'm really happy about the watch thing, because I can use it as a complication on my Apple Watch, on one of the faces, which is kind of nice. I'm happy about that. So it's called Easy Fast. And I really like it because, like I said, I can start a fast or end a fast, and I don't even remember exactly what time that I did it. The only thing that's kept me kind of on a schedule that made sense is the fact that I was eating at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I was eating dinner at 6 o'clock at night. So I knew that if it was 6, I was gonna be eating something, and that was the only way that I could keep track of when I was fasting or when I was actually eating. Is if it was 6 o'clock, I was eating, and if it was any other time, I was fasting. So now this app helps me like keep track of when I actually start a fast and when I end a fast. And what's kind of nice about that is if I decide that I want to eat something not at 6 o'clock, I don't forget it and I can keep track of it and be accountable to it. So it's called Easy Fast, and I got it right on the Apple on Apple. So that was very helpful and very nice. So yeah, this thing with the weight has been pretty confusing because I can see sometimes that my weight goes up greatly, which I found that like I was holding on to the wall trying to balance on my scale, and I didn't realize it, but I was holding on to like this coat this not curtain rod, but this towel rod, and that was holding enough of my weight off the scale that it looked like I lost, I don't know, 6 pounds, and I couldn't quite figure that out. Then I figured that out, and I realized that if I just stand on the scale, that it it does the correct weight, obviously. Um, but this thing with gaining 4 pounds and then losing 3 pounds almost like within a matter of a couple of days, it just didn't make sense. When I gained the weight, like I couldn't see any of the weight, but it was obviously there. I mean, my scale got it, and when my scale got it, I could see the weight, but it also saw that my water weight had gone, my water mass had gone up quite a bit, and that is, like I said, I think because I was eating some, trail mix. I think I had a Pop-Tart or two, and it just made my water weight like go up 4 pounds. And immediately when I stopped eating for the most part that stuff, like my weight immediately dropped right back down. Not all the way, but a little bit. It was almost concerning until I could see the reporting in my my app, my health app, which made a little bit of sense. Anyways, I hope this all makes sense. If not, you can leave me a note below, and I'd be more than happy to be a little bit more specific of what I'm talking about. But hopefully this all made sense. This makes more sense for me thinking about it than it does talking about it. The weather where I live is actually really nice right now. It's like 80 degrees during the day. It's like in the 50s, 60s at night. It was in the 70s at night for a little bit, which is Actually quite uncomfortable, I think. But now it's getting much cooler, and I feel like fall is on its way pretty quickly here. But the weather has been very nice for the last couple days. I'm happy about that. So I hope you're all having a great weekend. We have a great next week, and hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of this. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is that so I've been focused on autophagy, and I read or watched a video that said that protein does not stop autophagy. Like obviously eating trail mix and Pop Tarts stops autophagy, but protein, like a protein shake, does not stop autophagy. And I don't know exactly how true this is, but I'm pretty sure that it's true. It came from a pretty reliable source. But protein supposedly does not stop autophagy, which is kind of nice to know because I'm pretty focused on the autophagy. And if I'm on a fast for 48 hours and I eat a little bit of protein or I have some protein, it's nice to know that that's not going to cancel out my fast for autophagy. I mean, obviously it does stop the fast. Like I'm not fasted when I'm eating turkey meat or if I'm eating a protein shake. Like that does definitely, that is not fasting, but it doesn't supposedly stop autophagy, which I don't know if that matters to anybody, but it matters to me because I can still get the protein I need, still be fasted, and still take advantage of autophagy, which is very important to me. If you have any questions about that, leave it below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. I hope you guys are having a great week. Thanks for watching. For all you subscribers, thank you so much. For those of you that aren't subscribed, please consider it. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.